My mother asked me one question before she died. Just one. And I lied to her face while she was holding my hand. She died 3 days later, still believing the lie. I've never told anyone this until now. I need to go back about 11 years to when things were still normal. My mom raised me and my younger sister alone after my dad left when I was 9. She worked 2 jobs days at a dental office, nights cleaning offices downtown, and she never once made us feel like we were a burden. Every birthday, every school play, she was there, exhausted, but there. I was 24. I had just moved out, finally got my own apartment, finally felt like an adult. And that's when everything with my sister started. My sister Dana was 19. Smart, funny, always the favorite, not in a way I resented. She just had this light to her. But that year she got involved with a guy our mom hated. Older, controlling, the kind of guy who checked her phone and picked fights when she talked to other people. One night Dana called me at 1 a.m., crying so hard I could barely understand her. She told me he'd hit her. Not slapped hit, closed fist, hard enough to blacken her eye. She begged me not to tell Mom. She said Mom would lose it, would try to get him arrested, would make everything worse, would never let it go. She said she just needed to end it quietly and move on. I believed her. I helped her pack a bag that week, helped her break the lease quietly, helped her disappear from that relationship without our mother ever finding out there'd been violence at all. Mom just knew Dana and the boyfriend had broken up. She was relieved. She never knew how close it had actually gotten. I told myself I did the right thing. Dana was safe. The guy was gone. No need to relive it. That's what I believed for years. Then, 4 years later, my mother got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Stage 4. The kind where the doctors don't really talk timelines in years anymore. They talk in months. During those last months, my mom became obsessed, and I mean obsessed with making sure her daughters were safe before she died. She'd bring it up constantly. Are you sure Dana's okay? Is she really okay? Something about that year always felt off to me. She could feel that something had happened. Mothers know. She just didn't know what. 3 days before she died, she was lucid, one of her last really clear days. Dana had stepped out to get coffee. It was just me and Mom in the room. She grabbed my hand, tighter than I expected for someone that's sick, and she looked right at me and said, I need you to tell me something honest before I go. Did that boy ever hurt your sister? Please don't protect me from it anymore. I need to know I did enough for you girls. And I had maybe 2 seconds to decide. I could tell her the truth, that yes, he hit her, that we hid it, that Dana asked me to hide it, that it had been bad. Or I could give her the answer she'd been hoping to hear for 4 years. The answer that would let her die, believing she'd raised 2 daughters who never had to survive something like that. I said no. Mom, he never touched her. I promise. She smiled. She actually smiled, and she said, Good, that's good. And she squeezed my hand and closed her eyes, and that was, more or less, the last real conversation we had. She died 3 days later. I never told her. Dana doesn't know I almost told her, either. As far as Dana knows, Mom went to her grave never suspecting anything, and Dana thinks that's a mercy. Sometimes I think it was. Sometimes I think I robbed my mother of the one thing she asked for at the very end, the truth. Straight, no matter how much it hurt. It's been 3 years. I still replay those 2 seconds constantly. I tell myself I gave her peace instead of pain in her final days, and that has to count for something. But some nights I think what she actually wanted, what she asked for, was respect. She wanted to be trusted with the truth one last time, and I decided for her that she couldn't handle it. I lied to a dying woman's face because it was easier for me, not because it was better for her. I've never said that sentence out loud until right now. I don't know if I'd do it differently. I genuinely don't. I think about it every year on the anniversary of her death, and I still land somewhere different each time. If you've ever had to choose between someone's comfort and someone's truth, I'd really like to know what you chose, and whether you still think about it the way I do. If this one hit you, hit like and subscribe New Confessions every week, and drop your own story in the comments. Sometimes the ones nobody's ever heard are the ones that need to be told the most. Support us.